Yes, I am joined in the studio by my colleague, Stuart from Luton FM. Along Brigham Highway with Football Gambia Foundation members. I hope I'm right in my introduction. You have to come very close to the along Brigham Highway. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much, BB. It's a pleasure coming back to West Coast Stu Sports Fire again with Football Gambia. Well, we were here in January, if I'm right, when the Football Gambia Foundation members were here in the country. Then Peter was in charge.
That's true.
Good. So they are back again in the country, and they are back with a difference. Yeah. So this is why we decided to come back to the most high-profile sports program in the country. Not to be biased, so that the country will know what Football Gambia is actually all about and what they are doing towards the promotion of Gambian football. Well, with me here is Yahyah Manneh. He's the coordinator and founder of KGH Sports Academy. And
last week we were only his interviews here.
Good. He's the man behind everything here.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Good evening to you, Yahyah. You have to take the order mic where Azerbaijan is, and after Yahyah does the introduction, we'll move across to the. Yes, good evening to you, Yahyah.
Good evening to you and to all listeners. I am Yahyah Manneh, the country representative of Football Gambia UK charity, and also the founder as well as the coordinator of KGH Sports Football Academy in London.
That's true. That's a big man. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. I'm Stuart English. I'm a UEFA licensed football coach from England, and this is my first time out in Gambia. Ian, who's just going to introduce himself in a second, brought me out, and thoroughly enjoyed myself.
How do you find Gambia?
I love it.
Very small though.
I've loved every minute of it. It's been fantastic.
That's right. Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello, good evening. Ian Stapleton. I'm the founder of Football Gambia, and pretty much the person that does the majority of the work in the UK. Just wouldn't be possible without working with Yahyah Manneh from KGH Sports. But there's quite a lot that we're working on now. So.
That's right. Those are the guys, very good friends. Football Gambia Foundation. More or less, maybe you can take us through to what we are going to discuss, because I can understand last week you organized 2 coaching courses for Gambian coaches, first and second division coaches, regional coaches, and female league and youth coaches. Yes, can you take us through?
Yeah, it's part of Football Gambia's efforts to promote Gambian football. In the past, they have been donating quality football materials to various academies and football teams in the country. But they have now gone further than that by trying to go on a higher level to help Gambian football grow from where it is to another level. In their last visit, they met with the FA, where they discussed with the FA on issues of necessity, as well as discussing with the Ministry of Youth and Sports. So when coming back, when Ian went back to England, he worked on bringing a UEFA A-licensing coach in the person of Stuart English. Yeah, he is a UEFA A-licensing holder and a BA holder in sports management and football studies.
We are going to retain him here.
As well as a youth coach for Luton Town Football Club in England.
That's where Max Jallo is.
Good. Yeah, so last week they organized 2 high-level coaching courses for Gambian coaches. On last week, Wednesday, we had the first session at the Boxbar Mini Stadium for the regional coaches, the female league coaches, and the youth coaches. And on Friday was the turn of the first division and the second division coaches. And it was really interesting and really very good for Gambian coaches.
Okay.
They have learned.
Let me go to Stuart, because he holds the UEFA A license, and I'm sure he was very instrumental in the coaching clinic. What were you teaching them? Did you find them to be, maybe they didn't know even the basics?
No, they definitely knew the basics. The effort and enthusiasm from all the coaches was great. The first session with the regional coaches and the youth coaches was more based on the basics, but not just the basics, the things we work on in England with our youth players. So we worked on ball manipulation, which is kind of lots of touches, tricks on the ball, turns. Then we did some 1v1 defending and attacking practices, just giving the coaches different ideas. We progressed it onto technical practices, working on passing and receiving, possession of the ball is. We progressed it onto technical practices, working on passing and receiving, possession of the ball, which you mentioned earlier when you were talking about the national team. And then we finished with some small-sided games. That was with the youth coaches. Then on the Friday, when we was working with the first and second division coaches, we obviously had to up the sessions to really give them something they could go away and work with their club players, because obviously the levels that they're working with are a lot higher. So that I still kept working on similar areas, but obviously I just upped what we worked on. So I made them more game related, so that the coaches could see, oh yeah, I can see how that will affect my game if I work on this practice. We made them really, really competitive. We worked on some patterns of play, some phases of play as well, which you work on in your UEFA B and your UEFA A licence as well. So I just tried to give as much information as I possibly could, and we ended up working on around 12 sessions on Friday. So the guys worked really, really hard, but I think they enjoyed it.
They enjoyed it. Do you think, what was your assessment? Do you think they have a long way to go, or they have started catching up?
I definitely think they're starting to catch up, and just simply because they're so enthusiastic and so interested, and they were constantly asking me questions, which I said I wanted it to be two-way. I didn't want to be me just going barking orders. I wanted them to ask me questions, and so I could give them as much knowledge as I possibly could. And because they were so interested, then I don't think it'll be long before they really start progressing really high. And hopefully with Football Gambia we can help them along the way, especially the youth coaches, but also if we can help the older guys and the guys that are working in the first and second division as well, bring the standard of Gambian football up, then that's great for us. That's what we really want.
Okay, let me come to Ian. Where does the cradle, where does the partnership emerge between Football Gambia and KG Sports Academy?
Well, it was all born in Gambia. It was all made in Gambia. Last year, March, first time in Gambia, first time in Africa.
First time in Africa?
First time in Africa, yeah. And there's everyone needs to know I'm a black man born in the UK, and there's a lot of black people who've never been to Africa, so it's quite a big thing for me. So at the end of the holiday, I do football coaching as well. So I met someone who told me about Yahyah and KJH Sports, so I got to meet him for half an hour or so, and he basically spoke for the whole time, and I just pretty much listened. So it all really came from there. It all started from a holiday. I came back to the UK, decided I can help out, and decided to set up Football Gambia in June 2009. I mean, the charity has, I'll just say Football Gambia, I don't really like saying charity, but the Football Gambia has pretty much evolved, because initially it was set up to send over football equipment, and I wanted the youth of Gambia to experience the same balls, shin pads, boots, whatever, which the kids in the UK do. But I had to couple that with something, and luckily at KGH they have like a criteria for their players, so they make sure all their players are going to school, their grades are monitored, they live in a healthy lifestyle, and it's only after all those details are kind of confirmed are they allowed to, to play football and take advantage of all the goodies, if you like. So it's good because Yahyah already had that in place, and Football Gambia just kind of come in and kind of bolt on, we're there to support effectively. We're not here to change anything. We're there to support.
To boost it.
Super boost. I mean, I'm still going to wait for some feedback back from the sessions that Stuart was running this week, because I wanted to add it. It's all very well sending over the football equipment and knowing that the kids are going to school. That's great, but let's see if we can step it up and get some full-time coaches, with full-time experience to come over and give samples of what the different coaching badges are all about.
Okay. Let me turn to Yahyah. You are the country director, also the founder of KGH Sports Academy based in London.